Okay. Welcome to Minecraft. Going to yes, I'm not streaming anything. There we go. Last time on Minecraft we did a few things. We had our window destroyed, as you can see. I haven't loaded up since last time, so man, all our tools are getting broken. So anyway, heading on over here, let us take a look at the signboard, see what we could do. I'm liking the idea of building a bigger house, because that is not much of a house. I think I need resources to do so, though. Which brings me on to the point of getting more resources. Maybe that's just what I need to do, you know? That being said, I've got a number of things. We have a piece of diamond. We do have a diamond pick, which is good. Some of it's fine. So I have an excellent idea. Let's go chop down a forest. Then, with all the planks of wood we could have... Oh, a pink sheep. I don't have shears, do I? I do. Haha. Well, first of all, we'll share this one because it happens to be in the area. But there was a pink one just over the horizon, so... Well, at least I think that was. Could have been a pig. Hello, mystical pink sheep that I swear I saw. Hello, other white one. Did you see a pink one by any chance? I'll take a all in the process. I swear there was one on this hill. I'm not mad, am I? I might be mad, or it was that pig. Either way, we're able to get plenty of wool now with the shears. Flowers. Take this sugarcane while I'm here. Swimming through the river once again. And for anyone who watched the previous streams I did, yes, I know it's been a couple of days. It's actually legitimately not due to illness. It was legitimately due to distress. For a couple of days. I don't know, I actually was conversating with a family member and they were like, why do you need to come up with an excuse? It's like, I don't come up with excuses. If there's a legit reason, then there's a legit reason. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking that I'm forcing myself to, on occasion, not do anything, just to see them, you know. Wait, I found one of these trees, didn't I? Where there's a lot more logs than you'd think. To get our hands on a bunch of wood. So yeah, today is the 14th. At least it is for me, currently. And yeah. Ooh, maybe I could build like a heart. That'd be my Valentine's Day gift for everybody. There's two of them, and in the water for that matter. Gotta be careful, there is an Enderman over there. And that zombie's got a piece of wood. How did that occur? Ah. It would appear that my sword broke. That one's spinning around a bunch. Over there be an Enderman. We should not look at it directly, because that would get us killed. 100%. Must make it home before the things get too far. Oh god, they are too close. Okay, well. There we go. Harvest sheep's wool. Hey, we're able to sleep. They're not too close to us, thankfully. Right, let's put the shears away. Actually, I should probably do it in a manner where it's like... see what we've already got, you know? There were some other sticks I might have. None, practically. Okay, right. Well, then we're making wood. Yeah, craft that. Then I want to make some sticks. There we go. Now to make more stone axes. Then we can put the sticks away. Make another chest is probably the next best thing to do. Maybe another double. Plop it there, and then we can put this wood and this stone. Actually, we'll keep the stone. Where I put my sticks. Need a sword. I can keep them in the inventory for now. Thankfully, most of those mobs do burn in the day. But yeah, there's a spider on my roof. Oh well. You know what? As long as it's busy being a friendly spider, I won't care. If it stops being friendly, then no, I have to put it down. No. Will occur. There's a little baby sheep. That's kind of neat. With enough of certain resources, we could actually build a proper house. That's like actually got like multiple different rooms to it, and obviously all well lit and all that, so we'll probably need some coal as well for the torches. Maybe make some blocks of stuff like redstone blocks or even lapis lazuli blocks. Decoration and whatnot. Although I think obviously we should refrain from going the decoration route till we've actually got our house properly built and whatnot. You know. Also, I am actually going to head this way a little bit, because I swear I saw some pumpkins. I did! Yeah. Slight detour, but hey, you know, collect a pumpkin or two. That can be quite useful for when we want to expand our farm. That'll be a clear step in the right direction, you know? Maybe even make like it be more of a, here's the pumpkin farm, here's the melon farm, here's the, you know, obviously the continuation of the wheat farm. Maybe even a barn for some animals. There's plenty of things for us to do. That doesn't involve us having to basically make it so that there's nothing else to do but sandbox, you know? Like, as fun as it probably would be to have an elytra, I've learned my lesson in Super Smash Bros. I am bad with any form of gliding with Steve. It's weird. Even when I was in places of education, I always ended up just keeping my distance. Even when like people were like doing things like bringing in their Switches to play Smash Bros. Like I wish I was able to, but I couldn't, which was a shame. Also, not being able to have a Pro Controller on hand was a little annoying when I actually did speak up loud enough for them to be like, oh yeah, quiz exists. I always think that that's an issue. I think that's gone through my life. I needed to stop being shy. But also I needed to stop being such a massive word that we can't use these days. I do ponder sometimes. Is it fine to say a slur if you attribute it to yourself? I'm not saying like I'm about to go full on saying the N-word, because no, look at me and it's like, no matter what, I wouldn't be able to say it. But the line of logic is there. There are black people that do use the N-word quite frequently. I wouldn't be surprised if there are people that do use slurs that are normally attributed to them by other people in a way of trying to take the word back and change its meaning to be something a bit more better. Obviously, that doesn't allow for, again, I think any arguments end and begin with, well, you don't want people saying the N-word now, do you? And it's like, yeah, that's true. I don't know. But I've suddenly called myself a bit of a certain type of tard lately. And I don't know if that's really a good thing or not, you know? Like, I'm saying it to myself. The only people that hear me are other family members who then tell me, no, you're not. No, you're not. They're like trying to reassure, like, no. And it's like, so, you know. And I think that's when there is a point to bring up context. But then again, it always goes back into my mind, like, this argument is used by racists to be able to say negative stuff to, well, other races, and it's just like, at that point, the whole line of thinking dies a death, just straight up, you know. Personally, I would just wish for everyone to be better and be more nicer to their fellow human, but we know that that's not happening anytime soon, do we? You know, maybe more fandoms should be like the Send the Zone Zero fandom. I know I regularly state that I want nothing to do with that fandom because it's 24/7 gooning, but I mean, hey, I much prefer it over all of the bloody Nazis and pedophiles that were all over the place in the Brony fandom. So, you know. Ooh, some roses. I should collect some of these flowers, just for the dyes. Because one thing that would be nice to have is, like, all the different rules. Well, that's my nether portal. Over there way... I swear over this way there is something that we've seen that we can't just do much with. I'm trying to think what it was. Because over there's an acacia biome. So grabbing a few acacia logs wouldn't be a bad idea. We're burning through our axes. In wrestling related news, first of all, I ain't going to be streaming 2K25 because the way that I'm buying it dictates that I won't be able to, because I will not be able to get a PS5 down into my room. Sometimes I curse my family. But most importantly is that the island mode is the city mode from NBA, supposedly. That's exactly what it is. And yeah, that's having the standard reaction that you would expect at this point, reeing all over the place because how dare microtransactions exist. And I'm not going to defend it if it's super microtransaction heavy, which the NBA fans will be like, yeah, it's going to be. And it's like, yeah, if they do that, if they do lock things behind it that shouldn't be locked behind it, then I will raise up a stink and be like, yeah, no, I'm with you all the way, 100%. If it's its own separate thing, like my faction, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not a fan of seeing a bunch of question marks on my on the character select bit, but I don't have to touch my faction, and I can play the game perfectly fine, because at the end of the day, most of the wrestlers that get Persona cards, it's like, I still have access to said wrestlers in another form anyway, just in the game normally. So I was right. Look at this. It's a village. I should have brought that up. I believe that I saw it was a village. And I didn't see a shit all. Now, if we want to get some iron, we could kill the iron golem. However, I am not a bastard. I may be stealing their food. And a feather. It's stealing everything. In fact, I'm looking for a blacksmith, if anything, at this point. As I do ponder if what I saw was a village next to a village or not. There's nothing in that building. Because I swear I saw more than this. You know what? What am I doing? I should be holding up in here. Hello, villager. Just stealing a bed. There we go. No! Ah. Fuck. I think that... Is that villager a zombie villager? No, it's not. As I can't trade with it, but that's a different matter. Probably... Yeah, I can trade with this one. So if I actually had it level 2, I could trade pumpkins for... Oh! It's a good thing we got all this bread. So yeah, outside of all the monsters being bad, there's a nice bit of jungle over there, and this is actually a very small bit of biome here where there's a bunch of acacia trees. Also, cat, meow, 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 and all that. Ooh, X3 nuzzles, fucking weirdo bullshit. I do like the fact that there is the peel bark option, so it's like, hey, here's what the tree would look like. Behold, what it looks like when you just peel the bark off. It's a nice way of doing things, actually. Oh, and it remains like that. Interesting. So it's got to be that one log. That one log. Actually, you know what? If we have like a bunch of this stripped up, stripped and all that, we could actually probably use it as like a perimeter. Like, this is the dimensions we want as like an overall. Here's how we're going to split things up. And yeah, at the same time, we would have less resources overall by doing that. You know? In a weird turnabout sense, it just would be weird. I realise that if I die, suddenly I'm going to be in the village and not at my house. Which in a way might be better in a way, because then we're probably nearer to what we're doing. Oh, look at this! Is this an armadillo? Oh, look at it! I wonder what would happen if I kill it. Wait, no, that's rather mean. But what if? Oh, look at it. It's a giant rectangle. Wait, hang on. Don't these things like curl up? Oh yeah, they just curl up into a square. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. I didn't mean to hurt it though. Oh, now I'm a bully. I'm a monster. A dusted-on monster. Alright, that's enough of me being weird. I hope that the people that have a special someone for corporations to be like, haha, look, it's Valentine's Day. Get something for your loved one. Are able to have a fun day, you know? Me personally, I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't got anyone to love in the sense of something for Valentine's, because I'm lonely. But I just don't see the point in it. I understand why things like Christmas exists, because at the end of the day, at the end of it all, children love Christmas. It's the perfect time of the year to get a bunch of presents, which is why it sucks if you're a child that was born in, say, like the 24th of December. Oddly specific date for some people, but it does strike a bit close to home for some people. I think I know one or two people that have had birthdays in December. And that question has always permeated of like, so do they get 2 Christmases, or do they just like, or do the parents just decide, okay, we've got the money to afford either birthday or Christmas, take your pick. Or if they have enough money in the world to be able to do both, maybe on the birthday it'd be more like, we get to go on a fun trip to this place, and then on Christmas you get all the shit that you probably would get on your birthday. Oh, sorry, Christmas. Also something from Santa, because, you know. Imagine being born on the 25th. Like, oh god. That would be dreadful. In terms of logistics, especially because it's like, okay, well, oh, sorry, Timmy, we know it's your special day and all that, but we got to celebrate the fact that we gave your brother or sister this super cool thing on the exact same day. Oh, that actually sounds rather mean. So, speaking of birthdays, like, it is annoying if you know a bunch of people, all who have birthdays at the same time of year, and you have to get them stuff because you see them enough where they'll actually be able to complain at you for being a cheapskate if you don't. At least that's my way of understanding things. I don't know what it is, but I actually did the calculations, and it's like, I'm just thinking like, hang on, wait, what's so special about, so around February time, so it would be January, December, November, October, September, August, July. Something about around July. Must have been super important. I mean, obviously the Yanks would be like, ah yeah, 4th of July, American independence, woo, freedom, and then they fuck a bald eagle while fireworks go off. But that doesn't work for those outside of America, you know? Like for here in the UK, it'd be like, ah yes, that time the Americans broke free from us. Woo, yay, let's celebrate. Maybe there was a time traveler that told the British, you don't need America. They'll shoot themselves in the foot at some point. Anyway, behold, another village. Oh, so a desert. And I believe, since that's the village we were at earlier, our shit is over that way somewhere. So we'll go here and then we'll investigate this village, see if it's got anything to it that's interesting. Maybe I can offer them some acacia stripped acacia log in their trying times, seeing as I don't have any eggs. Take some flowers. Maybe I'll give them all like flowers, like Happy Valentine's Day, mind them villagers. They have got a temple, a chapel, a church looking place. I think that means that there might be a brewing stand available. Okay, good. They are live ones. Which means that you can get deserted villages. Their farmers are probably just thinking now, whoa, where's all our potatoes? That's like, I have them now. And if I had 20 wheat on me, I could get an emerald. Do they have any wheat on their own accord? Why, they do. I don't know if it will be enough, but we can see. Maybe I should grab the wheat from... Oh, right. My inventory's full. That's a slight issue in its own sense. They have two. Huh. Maybe it's two villages and they happen to be connected or something. Meow. A panda! Oh, look at it! No, he's a big, fluffy, white and black bear that could maul me to death in seconds. Yeah. Aha! Something in there, but I now don't have to go farming for blaze wards to make a throwing stand. Woo! I mean, I'll probably still need to for other things, but I think it's fair to say I should probably head back to my home. I've gone into the one place that doesn't have any fucking beds. Bravo me. It does give me time to eat carrots. Hello, villager.
Huh?
What do you have? Wait, hang on. Clerics use rotten flesh for emerald? Emerald for redstone is kind of pointless. Using that opportunity to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Huh?
Aha, we do have enough wheat. Ha! No, the young golem was on fire. No. Throw the bones away. These are hay bales. We can get more wheat out of them. Ah, this one likes the idea of potato.
Huh?
You there. Since we're going to be at home, just getting some of these hay bales, doing a bit of trading. Ah, crap. Ugh. Hey, farmer. Ah, we can see that we could get for emeralds apples. Also, yeah, we can use some more pumpkins for an emerald. So we still have plenty of wheat, so we can see how it affects in terms of trade. Like the pumpkins for emerald actually would get us more experience. That's no, you know what? That's neat because this was a while ago. This update, that update wasn't it? Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I think it's time for us to head on home and start thinking about making that bigger house. Like, have a nice plot of land, make a nice, like, outline, or at least, like, the dimensions of a cube that will turn into a house or something. I don't know. Point being is that I've got ideas. We're also going to need a lot of wood. And probably getting hungry on the way to and from. And unlike these sheep, I can't eat grass, but I can certainly eat carrot. I can also get pigs following me. I should just, due to this high level of stress I got trying to get through Grissom Academy on Mass Effect 3, what I should do is I should focus back on maybe playing more Weathery, because I haven't finished it yet. Like, last time we did the stuff in the corridor that we could do, and obviously I can check to see if I've got everything needed. If I didn't, I can rearrange it and then run them through it again. Open up everything stone-wise and then carry on the Act 4s. There can't be many more acts in Reverie, right? Like, everyone's in Crossbell, so I would assume the plot would be coming to its climax when it comes to all three teams just converging into each other. Oh, hey, look, it's a little birdie. Hello there. Do I have any chocolate? No, I don't. Do you like carrots? Want to eat a carrot? No, I don't want to eat a carrot. Nom 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 nom. Well, I don't think we'll ever get too lost, because getting over here and it's like, ha, my portal to the Nether. Actually, you know what? We could actually probably harvest like enough stone where we could set up a base of operations in the Nether, so we wouldn't be at risk of dying horribly the moment we try going in, you know? But like I said, that's the point of the to-do board. For any ideas I have, I might turn it into a room of its own accord, like in like a house of some kind. That way, you know, at least then there's a percentage chance of it just being worthwhile. I was looking on the Game Pass, and actually, you know what? Fun fact: the only subscriptions I currently am paying for is Game Pass and Netflix, because I forgot that I no longer have to pay for the WWE Network because it doesn't exist anymore. Which, for the record, I was happy. With everything WWE owned just for a tenner was great, and that was from around WrestleMania 30, so it would be in 2014. So from 2014 all the way to the end of 2024, that was a decade of it never changing in price. You see this with subscription services all the time where they go up and up and up. WWE Network never did. And that was great. I do ponder if it's because WWE, they didn't have to worry about its pricing as much, because it's like, hey, if people aren't buying it, we can just can it. Also, we make all this money from TV deals. Whoopee! Whereas something like Netflix, it's a subscription service in the first place, so it's not got as much of a luxury in that sense, you know? I'm actually thinking, looking around here, this place is not the best. Like, we can keep this as like a little bit of an outhouse, but I'm thinking like we need to look around, see if we can find like a nice flat surface we can like sort out a perimeter sort of thing. I'm thinking like maybe like leveling a bit of land. So, because looking around, it's like this place actually probably isn't too bad actually over here, around here-ish. Just maybe level the land a bit and then, yeah, build a place. Which means what we're probably going to need is a lot of shovels and probably no broken pickaxes. So, let's box our wood. Now let's see what can go in here. Apparently some potatoes, so what I'll do is I'll take those out and I'll put them elsewhere. Okay, yeah. So nothing will be going in that chest. And then yeah, none of these flowers will go in though in that chest. Which means we'll put everything else in here. So the brimstone won't be of any use for us at this very moment. Like, we'll be able to do stuff with it later. Right, so I want that. This pickaxe is gonna break, so we can use it for the moment. Where's all our shovels? If I have any. There they are. There's nothing that would be at this level that would require anything other than stone, but we'll take the assigned pick. That's clearly broken. Diamond pick is for when we're really doing things, so take this bread so we can eat. Might want the bucket actually to not have milk in it, just so that we can do stuff. Other than that, the only other thing I want is I want a block to represent where I want it dimension wise. So, you know, let's take this global deep slate, because there won't be any deep slate anywhere else. Right, what position is the sun in? I can't see it. It's currently going down. I've gone and made a big mistake. Well, let's use this as an opportunity to just harvest what we've got here. That's grown, you know. Not all of it has. And that's fair enough, you know. I'm not expecting it all to grow immediately. But we used our opportunity while it was still daytime, you know. It's good to be prepared. No, not that chest. Not that chest. Where did I put all my wheat? Put it in this chest. Ah. Like I said, we can expand the farm a bit. Probably need to fix, I would say fix this window, but if we're scrapping this place after a while, then, you know. Oh, so we're going to have to transport everything that's in these chests. So, you know, that's a thing to do. So, yeah, we're going to build a bear house. I think that's what we're doing. Oh, I'm at it. Nope, no notifications on anywhere. Just double checking. Nope. Okay. Wait, resource. What? Huh. Only at night and during thunderstorms. So you can sleep through a thunderstorm. Kinda neat, I would argue. Yeah, you can still, like, we go this way and it's like, it's clearly going night, but look in this direction, it's like, it's just about, because the sun's setting over there, so of course sunlight's more over in that direction. There we go. And we sleep until it's daytime. It's now daytime. Let us level out a bunch of land. I'm not saying like let's make the biggest place possible, but I want to like go about it in a correct manner. Like that's a hole in the ground. Like, so we don't want to start building there. But I'm thinking something like we take something like this bit of land. Like if we just leveled out a whole bunch of it down a few layers, that wouldn't be a bad idea. In my opinion. So yeah, let's you know, as you can see, it already broke. But I'm thinking like, if I level it out to a certain extent, I can then start going about how I want to do this. Also, any of the land left over, we can then start using for other things as well. So if I carve out up to this level, so everything below that will either keep the same or we'll use dirt to level out more. Or we could use the elevation that is naturally occurring to great effect. So yeah, so if I do this bunch, I'm gonna need more shovels. And maybe make them be iron. I don't know. Yeah, I've got that spare diamond, but I don't know if I want to do that. Especially since I don't have an anvil or more diamonds. Like, at least with stone ones, it's like, oh, just mine a bit of stone, chop down a tree, there we go, I can make more shovels. Yeah. Okay, so we were making a start. I'm just gonna plop cobble steep slate. So this is the area. I'm gonna go and make a bunch more shovels. I realise now that that's what I'm going to need. Which means we're gonna need to grab our sticks, grab as much stone, and make as many shovels as we can. Hey. Well, this is what we do. I need to focus on the playthroughs that I've got ongoing to an extent. I mean, we're all in agreement, right? This is assuming that there is even people watching, but there we go. Plenty of shovels. And a sword, just in the event I need it. Besides, if I think we could go lower, we could always do that as well. Or we could build like stuff, things that, you know, could play a role in everything. You know, I gotta say, I think there is definitely a claim as to which anime is good, you know? Like, people will always be like, oh, Dragon Ball's good. And it's like, yeah, obviously, you'd say Dragon Ball's good, especially C. You'd say that, because that makes logical sense. If you want to be a hipster about things, you'd say something along the lines of, actually GT's the best. But if you want to keep within Dragon Ball. But there's definitely times where it's like, no, there's clearly something better, you know? It's like if someone said, oh, I really love, oh, I don't know, oh, what's something that's alright? What's something that's decent? I don't know. I actually don't know, because I could say, like, fuck, whatever. I could say, like, oh, I think, like, One Piece is decent when it comes to the amount of episodes that you could actually just not watch and you'd still have all the information necessary, because the high amount of filler that it has, you know? And someone could easily then snap back and be like, well, of course, you're not going to like the filler. The filler's there because they had to wait for the manga to be written. And it's like, that's not a point in its direction now, I would argue. But at least that's, you know, an actual discussion can occur from that. If I said something like, oh, I thought the earlier episodes of Seven Deadly Sins was alright, you would definitely get people then that would be like, Seven Deadly Sins is shite, you should feel bad for liking anything to do with it. And it's like, I said I thought the first couple of episodes were alright. You don't need to go on crusade against me. Or, you know, if you just don't like something that a bunch of people currently love. Like, I'm willing to bet there were definitely some people that would like that towards Chainsaw Man when it started getting animated. Where they're like, I don't see the appeal. And then people probably would be like, you just don't get it. It's like, maybe it's just not for them, you know? I think that's something that is forgotten whenever discussion about anything good occurs. If it's something that someone just doesn't get, maybe it actually does do something a bit more convoluted than you'd normally have, then that's fine, you know? Not everything's going to be perfect in the eyes of every single person. I consider Persona 5 Royale to be one of the best games of all time. There are indeed Persona fans that would probably argue against that point and be like, actually it's Persona 4 Golden, or actually I think Persona 3 Reload does everything that it needs to be a better Persona game. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And you get the S&T idiots being, well, to call them idiots is a bit mean, but you get the S&T fans being like, well, actually in S&T 3 Nocturne is the best one. You get to have Dante in your party. It's like, on the one hand, sure, that's a cool factor, but that doesn't make a game better. Like, I argue Persona 5 Royale is the best game Atlus has ever made. I've had my fun with plenty of others. Persona 3 Portable, I spent way too much time in college playing instead of actually doing college work. I am a proud emitter of that, and I shouldn't be. Persona 4 Golden legitimately was what was needed to get that slight push towards, like, it was known from, like, the internet knew it. Like if you watch content creators, there would definitely be those that really love Persona 4, and it'd be like, yeah, cool. But Persona 5 is what made it mainstream, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, you know, Nocturne is good. Like, don't get me wrong, S&T 3 is a good game. Just, it's one of those games where it's like, you need to understand its level curve, its difficulty curve. And that it's definitely one of those games where it's like, you need to actually be good at games. Especially turn-based RPGs. In order to actually do any good in. Which, you know, it's not the best in that sense. Same case with something like Strange Journey, where it's like, yeah, it probably has its charms, but it's also ball-bustingly hard as well at times. So, you know. I know I am certainly a proprietor of Kingdom Hearts 1 is a better game than Kingdom Hearts 2 in some aspects. Because the Kingdom Hearts fans, you go on Reddit, you could be like, I don't like Kingdom Hearts 2 as much as 1, and you will get either two things will occur. One, the Kingdom Hearts 1 defenders will be like, yeah, another one to our aid, come along comrade, we shall siege down the gate any day now. Or you'll get the Kingdom Hearts 2 people being like, you just obviously haven't played 2 yet, and 2 is infinitely better. It's just like, nah, nah. Kingdom Hearts 2 has its charm. It's like I say, everything has its charms. Even the most abhorrent stuff possible has its, well, enjoyers. I'm not going to start advocating for anything illegal, because that would actually be bad. Not even in a moral sense, in a legal sense as well. Just like, obviously the illegal stuff, no, I'm not going to defend. But obviously the more like, hang on a second, this thing's real shite. Like, I think like, there's probably are fans of anything that's like very shoddily made. And will be like, hey, you know what, it's shoddily made, this gives it some loving charms to it. That you don't get in a lot of professional made films, you know? It's like, you give indie games a bit of a break on its graphics because, well, obviously, yeah, it's not being done by 50 people. They utilizing the highest technology in super cool engine plus, you know? But it does mean that it has its charms. No one's going to say, yes, Undertale is the most graphically intensive game of all time. Yet one cannot argue that it is legitimately one of those games that is going to have a remembrance for a long time. Because it legitimately was a very good game for a lot of people, me included. I think it is a good game. Is it one of the best games ever? I think it suddenly does its morale system the best out of a lot of games, but that's because it's not just a pick evil option but you're mostly doing the same shit anyway, or pick good option but you're mostly doing the same shit anyway. You do the super evil genocide thing, and it's like there is differences, which is good, because there should be. If there wasn't any difference, it would be like, okay, so what's the actual point other than I've killed a lot of people? To the point where legitimately there are fights that are harder or just straight up didn't exist in other routes, and it's like, that's good. I do worry that people take the wrong end of that stick and think that means we need multiple different routes for every contingency, and it's like, that's how you get zero escape. That is how you 100% get zero escape, zero time dilemma, where nothing makes fucking sense the entire time because it's done in such a clunky, unintuitive fashion where you're forever going, okay, what's going on? Because you will clear an escape room and it will be like, these are the people who died, and it'll be like everybody else, and it's like, okay, what the fuck, we've only just... I know for a fact I did the vote in such a way that they all live. What the fuck's going on here? You know? Same Time Dilemma, not a good game. In that sense. Like, actually it loses a lot of points because its narrative is just all over the place for the longest of time, as you have to try and piece together everything, and not in like the way that makes you feel smart, and just the, okay, yeah, finally, it's actually explaining what the fuck's going on kind of sense. Which, you know, again, I consider myself a bit of a moron, but believe it or not, on PS Vita, I have done several escape rooms on Zero Time Dilemma. I've even gotten some of the endings. Oh, fly me to the moon, and virtue's last reward begins. I do like that. I do like that there is an ending that leads into virtue's last reward. A little silly, but it actually is a little convoluted still because of the circumstances that allows for it to be an ending. Like the ending is like, it's like one of the few C-team endings, but it also is convoluted because it's like, aha, they've managed to get into a timeline where they're already dead. Huh. I wonder what that timeline of some of the other characters would have known that when they... if they ever run into them at any point between then and Virtue's Last Reward. Which, you know, happened because of things in Virtue's Last Reward. It's just like, It really is. Like, I don't care about the fact that I've just spoiled a thing about Zero Time Dilemma. Not many people bought it. I think there's a reason why when they did AI Somnium Files, and it did a really good job to the point where Spike Chunsoft was like, no, make another game. Make a sequel now. This makes money. Like, no shit on that. Like, you focus on that more tenfold. With, I think because I've done the, like, some 10 games that I like plus a few honorable mentions. I actually ended up leaving out a few honorable mentions by accident because there were so many good games. Like I said, I don't think that was a true top 10 or anything outside of maybe the top 3, maybe 4, where everything else could just be off that list on any given day, you know? Like, right now, I could say, like, actually, you know what? I wish I had, like, Undertale. Let's use Undertale as an example. I wish I had it on there sometimes. And it's like, because it is legitimately really good. Even as an honorable mention. Just so I could mention it. And all that. So, I could change my mind on a given moment, really. It's like similar with like any series where it's like with Kingdom Hearts as an example. I think I'm not sure if I put the first one or the second one on there. I might not put them on at all. I forget really. I could put 2 on there over 1. I could sometimes put 1 on there over 2. I could theoretically, well, maybe. You know what? Yeah, you could. I could put 3 on there. I could put 3 on there over them. 1, 2, and 3 are all really good games. People just love lying to themselves about the length it took to get Kingdom Hearts 3, so that then they can be like, see, it's shite comparatively to 2 because I had to wait 18 years. It's like, no, you didn't have to wait 18 years. It was a long less wait than that because, let's face it, a game like Dream Drop Distance, good game. Could talk about that a bunch as well. Directly follows up from Recoded, which is what led to the message in the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. And Birth by Sleep existence is nice in terms of just getting a prequel, you know? I still have shovels. By God, you know what? I might find a pit of lava just so I can throw away all this dirt. Because this is the layer I want. We're making a big situation here where I think we could probably like build a building that then we can extend, you know, to such a good aspect. Like, I think we need to make a cutoff point around about, I want to say that's aligned with that. So if we did a cutoff point like that, say, and like do this. There. So this is now the line. But oh, by the way, speaking of lines, recently I have no understanding of Arcane or League of Legends in any way, shape, or form. Because I haven't played it, because I am someone with stress issues. Why would I play League of Legends? That sounds very counterintuitive. But I've heard one song from the Arcane soundtrack, and that's the 21 Pilots song. And it's a good song. It's a good song. I don't know if any of the lyrics is able to be needs context on understanding through watching Arcane or anything. I'm sure there's probably some spoilers in like a YouTube video of the song or something. I'm sure there are, because one thing I really hate is when someone talks about something on like a TikTok and then like everyone just spoils a game in a process, you know, in the comments. It just irks me to no end. It's like even if it's like a thing that I know of already, it's just like, oh, imagine if you were someone that wasn't in the know and you just happen to stroll past and it's like, oh, this looks interesting, and then you just read, oh, by the way, all those people in that clip just they die horribly in the massive fire. It's like suddenly getting like an Until Dawn TikTok of someone just talking about the game and how they like it. And it's like, you know what, fair enough, have your tastes. But then you just go into the comments and it's everyone just talking about how things go in the plot of the game. It's like, okay, well, now I don't need to play the game. I have plenty of people online telling me how it works. Oh, actually, we are meant to go a layer lower, but we're trying to, you know, we're actually finding stone, so we're going to need to grab a pickaxe at some point. It does annoy me a little bit. Like, if I had any interest in something like Until Dawn or Arcane, I would probably get a little bit annoyed, you know? Actually, funny enough, I think something like Until Dawn actually is a game that I should play at some point, because it sounds like a game that I would enjoy. But if memory serves me correctly, it's in the same vein as games like Heavy Rain or Indigo Prophecy. Where I'm not a fan of those kinds of games. I'm just hands down. So maybe that's enough to make me go, never mind, you know? But I'm sure people could maybe comment about how actually I'm wrong and Until Dawn is like the best thing ever to happen and you should play it now. And I'll be like, yeah, maybe if I get my hands on it. I have a list of games I need to get my hands on, and we've just let it become night. I need to head back to a bed while we still can. Because at the end of the day, it's like, on the one hand, it's like, it's nice to know that people can recommend me games. That's cool. I like that. Like, Kirby Star Allies. I've been recommended that game, and I really should pick it up at some point. Closest I can do is play Kirby Dream Land on, Tennis Online. And maybe that's an option. Maybe that's an option I'll do in the future, you know? Watching all the zombies burn to death. Well, we have a goal in mind still, so let us box some of this dirt. Grab our stone pick, because we're going to need it for some of that cobble. Also, because they're near enough. You get back, you fucking exploding bastard. There we go. But yeah, I actually have an excuse right now that there's been a lot of things that required money this month. And in January and in December, so it's more that it's just a case of once we're in the middle part of the year where I actually can save up a bit better. Like, oh god, but the Switch 2 is going to come out at some point this year. Oh god, I'm gonna need to be able to afford that at some point then. That's a long time ago. Like, obviously I'm gonna get the Switch 2. I'm gonna get a Switch 2, like, hands down. Like, the LED Switch has been nice to me. But come on, a Switch 2. The thing is, if I got my hands on a Switch 2, I can still use the Switch 1 just for anything that, because I think, because one day, because like, I should have like plans. I was doing a good job without the spreadsheet, and then I just haven't updated it in forever, and then forgot about it really. I can redo it. I can redo it though. I can sort that out in the future. So it's no biggie. I should have maybe had the cutoff point be somewhere in every direction. Because this is a lot of dirt. A whole lot of dirt. Maybe that will happen as well, where it's just like, well, I ran out of shovels and my inventory's full of dirt. You know? To the point where it's like, you know what, we can work on this stuff more once I've got more resources. Hey, coal. And some copper as well. Well, this is the destined layer, so we're not too worried. Okay, we had about 16 blocks worth of that pickaxe left apparently. So we're going to need another pick, we're going to need a bunch of shovels still. We're going to need to definitely mine some of this coal. It's like, as I'm thinking it through and all that, it's like, get rid of this bit and then we can start designing, like make like the front bit like somewhere around like here. And we could start to work on that, and then we can expand it a lot, you know? You know, on the one hand, it's enjoyable. You know, I think I've got this consensus on myself here, where when it comes to open world games, where I can have my fun with it, but then I start getting bored easily. Like, this is fun. Like, I'm having fun just rambling on about things I like to talk about. Like, this is what would happen if you hanged around me in real life, you know? Where I would just ramble a bit sometimes, you know? This chest is becoming my chest of dirt. I'm gonna need more chests. Very quickly, I'm gonna need more chests. But also, we needed the sticks anyway. I can have a stone pick while I'm out. We don't even need the one stone pick. I think what I'm saying is, I think next time we randomly choose to play Minecraft, we'll finish doing that. I'll ramble about various other things as well while we're at it. And all in all, in between then and now, maybe carry on with any of the playthroughs we've got ongoing, because I'm putting Mass Effect 3 on hold until I'm no longer stressed, which is going to take a while because that requires exploding. And while I am doing the outro, I should actually ramble a little bit more. Fun fact, here's an example of my stress. I was a little lightweight this morning and I kicked a cupboard door in my kitchen. My foot still hurts from me doing that. And I'm sure my neighbours could attest. Oh, I fucking kicked it. And I love it that I've had multiple people today outright give me, like, trying to give me an out of like, oh, you know, accidents happen. Or it's like, no, I did it purposely. I purposely kicked that cupboard door with full force. Like, that's how I get rid of my stress. I need an outlet for it, and sadly playing a game that's hard doesn't do it for me. It's what gives me the stress. Actually, you know what, and yeah, I said that Mass Effect 2 actually, you know what, Mass Effect 2 on Insanity as a soldier probably doesn't actually inflict much stress on me outside of the Saeed loyalty mission and fighting Scions. Mass Effect 3 I say it's the hardest of the lot at the moment. But anyway, yeah, that's all for now. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.